Hello everyone, and welcome to our course on the philosophy of science for social scientists. Today, we begin with one of the most fundamental questions in both philosophy and research. What is science? At first glance, the answer seems obvious. Science is often described as a systematic enterprise dedicated to building knowledge. We encounter science every day in medicine, technology, public policy, economics, and understanding human behavior. But as we will discover, this is only a starting point. The deeper we look, the more complex the question becomes. When most people think about science, they think about the scientific method, a process starting with a question. Underlying this are two traditions: empiricism, knowledge from experience, and rationalism, the necessity of logical reasoning. One of the most influential thinkers was Karl Popper, who argued science is distinguished by falsification. Popper argued a theory is scientific if it can be proven wrong, like the statement, "all swans are white." But can broad claims about human behavior truly be falsified? This reveals challenges for social science. Thomas Kuhn argued science progresses through paradigms, shared frameworks that define normal science. Eventually, a revolution occurs, replacing one paradigm with another, like the shift to Einstein's relativity. Disciplines like sociology have experienced their own shifts, from structural functionalism to postmodernism. This brings us to a central question for our course. Can the study of society be scientific? Auguste Comte believed society could be studied using social physics, seeking universal laws. But unlike atoms, humans have consciousness. The act of studying people can influence their behavior. Max Weber differentiated between Erklären, causal explanation, and Verstehen, interpretive understanding. This inspired qualitative approaches like ethnography, seeking to understand behavior from the participant's perspective. Achieving objectivity is not straightforward. The replication crisis has raised concerns about reliability. Much knowledge is based on weird societies: Western, educated, industrialized, rich, and democratic. Feminist and post-colonial scholars encourage reflexivity regarding who produces knowledge and whose voices are heard. Imre Lakatos offered a middle ground, evaluating entire research programs rather than individual theories. We must acknowledge limits. Research is shaped by funding, politics, and ethical considerations like informed consent. Paul Feyerabend argued rigid rules hinder creativity. His slogan, "Anything goes," challenged universal methods. Science remains powerful because of its capacity for self-correction. Theories are continually tested and revised. For social scientists, science requires us to balance explanation and interpretation, rigor and relevance. Thank you for watching. I look forward to exploring these fascinating issues with you in our next lecture.